Hello, this is the 12th video of Hydra coding challenge, and in this video I want to keep recoding Reas works, and I think this will be the third video of that. I think the last one for now. And in this video I chose this one, KTTV. I don't exactly know what's the source of this video or the image. I think, if I understand correctly, yeah, it has digital video. So it's like I think it's using video as an input and converting with processing to create these patterns. I will not watch the original video because I will be biased a lot. I just want to create this image, let's say, because that's already a big challenge. All right, so I will erase the last sketch and I add this here. Ooh, I think this is, it looks most straightforward, and at the same time, it's very challenging. The color-wise, it's very difficult, I think. So let me take a look at this. So I think he's using some kind of video as an input source and controlling, like changing the color. I mean, like kind of making not just a mosh, but some kind of algorithm to make these patterns. But I will completely ignore that process and do something within Hydra. And I don't know where to start with, but I can make observations. First thing is that there are some vertical rectangles that are like repeated. So that's easy to make, I would say. But then they have different colors. Like these ones have pink. These ones here has like light blue color. This has like almost like OSC kind of, or like noise kind of pattern on top of this rectangle. There's another pink row. And also there are tiny, more like a pixel kind of boxes, rectangles as well. They're sometimes yellow, light blue, so many colors. But I think it's just like easy to like, also like there are some tiny horizontal rectangles. But I would start with like two components. The larger one that has this vertical repeated rectangles and tiny almost pixel-like squares. And just like start with these two components. So how would I make tiny rectangles? I think it's easy at this point. I start with noise in that case. And probably, well, let's just see how noise looks like. They are not boxes, but always you can add pixelate. And I think in this video I will just start with already with the scale trick to fixed aspect ratio. And let's see how it looks like. This is not bad. And I was like tempted to do thresh, but maybe I don't do it for now. And instead, just make pixelate smaller. Now the problem is you start to see the original noise, which is not that interesting. It's not what we want. So we have to make noise resolution a bit higher. It's not bad. If you're super picky, if you actually make this noise bigger and like this number bigger and bigger, oh, this is actually fixing it. But if you don't pixelate it, you kind of start to see like pattern, repeating patterns. I don't know if you can actually see it. I'm not sure if I see it. That's a problem, like a kind of property from the noise. But maybe it's not happening. No, never mind. So it's fine. But with 99, I think I saw something like kind of line here. It kind of goes diagonally somehow. But I just do it like this way, just make it bigger number, and somehow it's not there anymore, so I'm fine with it. I think this is more obvious if you use this noise function in processing. It's not simplex noise, but it's close to original implementation of Perlin noise, which has this repetitive pattern. But I think in Hydra they use the something close to simplex noise, which is not making this repetitive texture so much. Anyways, it's fine. We have this here. And I would add the layer, which is shape, which was what the like 2 episodes ago, before. We did the same trick with R, and then I do, just like in that video, I do 1, 0, scale 1. In this one, it's not horizontal, but I would make it vertical. So this parameter is small, this parameter is like this. This is good, and wait a second, the scale should go here at the very end. Yes. And that's good. Maybe like this, and then repeat it. How many times? That's a good question. Just guessing. 6, 6. Okay. So let's compare with the original artwork I wanted to make. It's not bad. I mean, they're different, but you can see that we're already somewhere close enough to say that if people looks at it, then they can say that, yeah, I'm making an effort to recreate Casey's original artwork. Yeah, not bad. So where should I go next? I think I will make this pixelate a little bit more density. Okay. Somehow I want to work with the colors, and that's not easy because this has kind of color palette that is kind of, I don't know how to describe. It's some kind of like yellow, blue, pink, like pastel. I don't know what's the right word. Oh, and if you scroll down, this goes really like into different colors. Maybe I should just watch the video, or maybe not. I'll just try to make something like this, or something like in between, but not think about the motion. Let's see. So maybe I just freestyle with the colors and see where I go with it, or I should just watch the video a little bit. Okay. I feel like it's kind of using feedback almost, like in a way that it's not just adding color, but like kind of making a composition, but it's like pasting stuff on top of each other. And that's how things are changing. Okay, good. That's good information. So this is just like a snapshot of the artwork. I mean, I should have watched the video first. So I think somehow I need to use feedback. So in processing, you would probably use like not using background, for example, or clear, so that you can like just keep adding on top of the previous canvas and adding on top of it. I think that's how Casey did. In Hydra, you have to do it explicitly with source function and 0 in this case, and then you do layer on top of it. Yes, scale should come at the end. And of course, this doesn't really change anything because there's no alpha component to it, because the base layer, this, doesn't have any alpha. I mean, it has alpha. I mean, it is opaque. But if I make it thresh, that I said at first that I didn't want to do, or luma, and then it will just like keep drawing on top of it, right? And I think this has to like just change the color almost. But how? I think there are different ways to do it. I think I will go for something tricky, which is the trick I love to use with OSC remapping. Remapping with modulate like this. And the trick is you have to do sub gradient and modulate with 1, which is really wild, but it works in this way, in this case. And I think luma doesn't belong here. I have to do mask with this somehow. And thresh. So let's see how this looks like. Okay, this is not bad. And I think I would even add this parameter in oscillator so that it's keep changing. This is not bad. This is not bad. And I think for the foreground texture, I want to do the same thing almost. But what I noticed is in the video, or if you look at the screenshots, this shape, scale, repeat thingy is okay for recreating this particular one, but it actually keeps changing. It keeps changing. And somehow I need to, well, yeah, both. I want to and I need to modulate this. So I need to modulate this. How would I do that? I think somehow I want modulate scale. I don't know. Just do OSC. Uh-oh, that's too big. So I think there are different ways to do it. I think I'll just make this shape smaller. And now you can see that they're breathing almost, these rectangles. I mean, it's kind of hard to see it, so maybe I just start with blank sketch. Instead of using trash button, I'll just do solid out and then do this again. I don't like this kind of diagonal thing, so I pixelate oscillator so that it's always with the same parameter. I mean, of course, you can just do scale with this and math, sine with time. That's also like a similar way of doing it, but I'm a fan of modulate scale. So I would go for this. And now what? I also want to this is like the thing, like modulate so that it goes like into like different directions. And in order to do that, I think I just add this phase parameter. Did it? Yes, somehow. Yep. And also, I think I need to, Yeah, I think I need to change the color of it for sure. So I do the same trick with color remapping. Now the problem is that I can't do this R. Like this color mapping doesn't go well with, I don't know. Actually, I don't even need to do this because it's just a single color. So I just have to say mask. Good. And I think I want single color in this case, so I would pixelate one, so they all have same color, and also I would add something like modulate scale in the end. To make the whole grid make sometimes bigger, smaller. Oh, that's too dramatic, I would say. Yeah, this is too dramatic. That's not what I want. How does it look like in the original video? I think I would do some kind of posterize, but yeah, I think posterize works in both ways. And I want to kind of make the shape change more drastic. So 2, 1, for example. Yep. And I think also they don't have to be present all the time. So I would somehow, can I do mask again? I don't know. Oh, that's interesting. It kind of captures what it was in the original one, actually. So maybe but that's not what I wanted. The problem is here, the mask thingy. In the mask, the problem with mask is you can't really nest mask and mask. So I have to do mult inside mask to nest or chain masking. I'm kind of running out of time, so I'll explain sometime. Or if you have questions, just let me know in the chat, in the comment. I appreciate it, and I also want to know what you are curious about this, what aspects you're curious about, and then I can focus more on specific topics. Okay, so what if I do thresh and maybe this oscillator a little bit slower? Okay, so it's very busy. And maybe this has to be also a bit slower. It is very busy, that I have to admit. And also, wait, I want to do modulate here as well, somehow. 1.5. Nope. Yeah, posterize, maybe. Whoa. Now it's gone. Oh no, it's okay. Is this okay? I mean, I kind of like it, except that maybe the boxes should appear more often. The other thing I don't like is the background is a bit too rainbow. because this is just taking OSC as a color source. So it's very kind of saturated, like rainbow. And I want some kind of specific color palette, which may be difficult to get from here. So I think this repeat can be a little bit less. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this kind of randomizes a little bit more. That's good, but I also want to make the shape a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's not bad, except this color issue I'm having. I don't have any good solution. What if I just multiply oscillator with oscillator? Doesn't look promising. No. I need somehow. Oh, what is it? How does it actually look like if I just have oscillator, like a colorful oscillator with another oscillator? Doesn't seem to change anything. Maybe a little bit, like a bit more contrast. Yeah, I don't know if that really helped or yeah, I mean, this is definitely too rainbow, right? But I don't know if this really changed anything. Or maybe I just do colorama. This is the perfect time to do colorama, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, why not? Let's just do colorama here as well. Did it change anything? I don't know. Like colorama, like even like 1? Is it too much? Yes or no? I don't know. If I keep it a little bit slower, then it doesn't flicker much. Maybe it's okay, it's flickering. Yeah. So I don't know how you judge, or if you would judge or not. It's definitely interesting for me to try this out. One last thing. I want to add somewhere that, but maybe it's difficult to do. I just thought about like, what if so I think this modulate thing, I actually don't really need it. Okay. It could be actually okay. And pixelate 1. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's kind of okay, if you say so. And then what I just thought was maybe I changed this pixelate a little bit so that instead of pixelate, I would do modulate pixelate. So that it's not only like these small tiny dots, but sometimes with noise, pixelated, but instead 128, and thresh 0.1. So here I want to pixelate that changes from 128 to 256. does it? It's kind of working. Yeah. Well, now I don't know if I like how it looks. Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. Layer. Is this actually layer? Needs to be scaled? No. I don't know anymore. I don't know why this like weird frame happening, but yeah, okay, so I will finish this video here. I don't exactly know if I like this thing in the foreground, this oscillator thingy, but it's kind of okay. I mean, I like how this progression happens. It's really like similar to the original artwork, I think. And now I almost want to like rotate OSC somehow. Wait, where is this OSC happening? Okay, it's because it's masking with OSC. So modulate, rotate, with another OSC. Okay, this is the last thing. Six. Okay, so yeah, how do you think? I kind of like it. I feel like it's different, but it kind of captures the essence of the artwork. I mean, I don't know if you say this is pretty or not. I would say this needs a little bit more work if you really want to like kind of publish it. But as a sketch, I think it's interesting, and I like the kind of try to find essence of the original artwork. How can I create it so that it's not just like visually similar, but like what's the way of thinking in the original video, original artwork, why the artist wanted to create that and what was the reasoning, or maybe there was no reasoning. And again, it's not processing, and it's like probably like really complex sketch in processing, so it's not something that I can do it in like 30 minutes. But I really enjoy the process, and let me know how you think. If you made something interesting, please share in the comments or write to me by email, or if you have any requests, what you want to see in the next videos. I think I'll find some other topics, but suggestions are welcome. And also, if you like it, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. That keeps me motivated to do the next videos. And thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.